If you kept living exactly like you are right now, same habits, same people, same distractions, where would you be in 90 days? Be honest, not where you say you want to be, where you are actually headed. Still scrolling, still thinking about it, still promising yourself you will get serious next week. Here is a harder question. If for the next 90 days you cut off the noise, killed the distractions, and locked into ruthless focus on yourself, what would change? Your body, your money, your skills, your mind, your entire identity. The gap between those two futures is monk mode. Monk mode is not aesthetic. It is not posting quotes and drinking matcha. It is shutting your mouth, disappearing from nonsense, and building in silence until there is nothing left of the old you. This audiobook is the protocol. Introduction: Why normal life will never let you chain. You are trying to transform while everything around you is designed to keep you the same. Your phone is designed to hook you. Your apps are designed to keep you clicking. Your social circle is comfortable with the current version of you. Your routines are built around convenience, not growth. Then you wonder why change feels impossible. You are trying to become a different person while living the lifestyle that built the current one. That is like trying to dry off while standing under the shower. The world you live in does not reward depth. It rewards reaction. It rewards checking. It rewards comfort. It rewards being available 24/7 to whatever screams the loudest. But growth is quiet. Discipline is boring. Building skills is unglamorous. Rewiring your mind is not a spectator sport. There is only one way to win in a world like this. You leave. Not forever. Not into a cave. You step out of normal for a focused, intentional season. You go monk mode. You disappear from noise, drama, and low-value stimulation long enough to build a new baseline for your life. This protocol is not a trend. It is an answer to a simple truth. If you do not unplug from the things that made you weak, you will never become strong. For the next 90 days, you are going to live by different rules. You are going to design your environment instead of being designed by it. You are going to build habits that rewire who you are. And when you come back, you will not be negotiating with the old version of yourself anymore. Chapter 1: What monk mode really means. Monk mode is not aesthetic. It is not candles, robes, and monastery fantasies. Monk mode is three things. 1. Radical reduction of inputs. 2. Ruthless repetition of a few core behaviors. 3. Temporary disconnection from anything that dilutes your focus. Radical reduction means you cut out almost everything that does not support your transformation. You stop pretending you can keep all your current comforts and add greatness on top. You cannot. There is a weight limit. Ruthless repetition means you stop chasing variety and accept boredom. You do the same core things over and over because that is how identity changes, through repetition, not intensity. Temporary disconnection means you tell the world not now, so you can finally say yes to yourself. You are not ghosting people forever. You are stepping back long enough to rebuild the person who will show up later with something real to offer. Monk mode is not punishment. It is liberation from everything that has been quietly stealing your life. For 90 days, you are going to treat your life like a mission. Not entertainment, not background noise, a mission. And a mission requires rules. Chapter 2: The 4 pillars you go monk on. You do not need to control everything. You need to go all in on a few critical levers. In monk mode, you go monk on 4 pillars. 1. Input, what enters your mind. 2. Body, how you treat your physical system. 3. Work, what you build and how you show up. 4. Relationships, who has access to your attention. Pillar 1. Input. Most of your anxiety, distraction, and self-doubt is imported. You are not naturally that chaotic. You consumed it. In monk mode, you eliminate social media or reduce it to a strict, tiny window, for example, 20 minutes once a day. Stop consuming news every hour. Check headlines once a day or less. Replace random scrolling with intentional reading, listening, and learning that supports your mission. Nothing enters your mind without passing one question. Does this make me stronger or weaker? If weaker, it is out. Pillar 2, body. Your mind is not floating in space. It is inside a body you have been neglecting, poisoning, or numbing. In monk mode, you train physically every single day. No exceptions. Some days hard, some days light, but every day you move. Standardize your sleep. Same bedtime, same wake time, 7 to 9 hours. Eat like your future depends on it, because it does. Less sugar, less processed trash, more real food. Your body is your container. A weak container cannot hold a strong identity. You are going to build one. Pillar 3, work. You pick one main project or skill that matters for your future and you attack it daily. Not when I feel like it. Every day. Building a business. Mastering a high-value skill. Creating serious content. Studying something hard. Monk mode is not about being quiet. It is about building. Silence is the price you pay for output. Pillar 4, relationships. You cannot become a new person around people who need you to stay the same. In monk mode, you cut back or fully pause contact with people who drain you or distract you. Limit casual socializing. No more every weekend aimless hangouts. Stay connected to a very small circle of people who support your transformation or are on a similar path. You are not cutting people off because you hate them. You are creating distance because you are under construction. Chapter 3. Drawing the line, your 90-day commitment. You do not drift into monk mode. You cross into it deliberately. You make a promise to yourself that is clear, written, and binary. For the next 90 days, these are the things I will do every day. These are the things I will not do at all or will strictly limit. Write it, do not keep it in your head, put it on paper. Examples. Daily non-negotiables. Wake up at time. Train for at least 30-60 minutes. Work deeply on my main project skill for 2-4 focused hours. Read 20-30 pages of a book that stretches me. Journal for 10 minutes at night. Band restricted. No social media except 20 minutes at 7 p.m. No gaming. No pornography. No random YouTube or Netflix binging. No junk food except one controlled meal per week. Your exact list can be different, but it must be specific, realistic but challenging, written down. Next, set a start date and an end date. From date to date, I am in monk mode. There is power in this. It is not forever, so your brain does not rebel as hard, but it is long enough to break patterns and build new ones. 90 days is one season. You can give one season of your life to your own evolution. Finally, decide how you will track it. A calendar on the wall. A habit tracking app. A notebook with daily checkboxes. The rule: no 0 days on your core behaviors. Imperfect is allowed, skipping is not. You are not trying to be perfect. You are building consistency. Chapter 4. Structuring your monk mode day. Your days cannot be random. Random days build random lives. Monk mode requires a simple, repeatable structure. Morning, win the first battle. Your morning sets the tone. In monk mode, you 1. Wake up at your chosen time. No snooze. 2. Do not touch your phone for the first 30-60 minutes, except for essential uses. 3. Get light in your eyes and movement in your body. Walk, stretch, or hit a workout. 4. Spend 10-15 minutes in silence. breathing, journaling, or visualizing your day. By the time most people are starting to scroll, you have kept a promise to yourself by waking up, taken control of your mood through movement, taken control of your mind through silence. You start the day as the builder, not as a passenger. Deep work block. Within the first half of your day, you complete your main work block. 2 to 4 hours in 1 or 2 chunks. Phone away or on airplane mode. One task, your main project or skill. You are not allowed to earn deep work by getting through busy work. The deep work comes first because your future depends on it the most. Afternoon secondary tasks. After deep work, you handle admin, communication, errands, lighter tasks. You are still disciplined, but the heaviest cognitive lifting is already done. Evening, recovery and reflection. Monk mode is intense. You still need to recover like an athlete. In the evenings, eat your final meal 2 to 3 hours before bed. No heavy stimulation 1 hour before sleep. No social media rabbit holes. No intense shows. Journal, what did I do well? Where did I slip? What will I improve tomorrow? Sleep at your target time. Repeat. The power is not in one perfect day. It is in 60, 70, 80 days of this structure in a row. Chapter 5. Boredom, loneliness, and the voices in your head. As soon as you cut distractions, 3 things will show up. Boredom. Loneliness. The voice that tells you to quit. Most people break monk mode here, not because the protocol failed, but because they thought these experiences meant something was wrong. Boredom is your brain detoxing from constant stimulation. It is not a problem. It is withdrawal. When you stop feeding your brain junk, it will crave it. If you push through, the craving fades. If you cave, you reinforce it. Loneliness is the absence of noise. Many of the people you spent time with were not feeding your soul. They were filling silence. When you step back, you will feel the emptiness they were covering. That emptiness is now your training ground. The voice in your head will say, "This is too extreme. You are missing out. One day off will not hurt. You can always start again next month." Understand, this is not wisdom. This is your old identity negotiating for its life. Your job is not to argue with the voice. Your job is to act according to the protocol despite the voice. You are not your feelings. You are not your urges. You are not your tired thoughts. You are what you repeatedly do when those things show up. When boredom hits, move your body, read, work, or sit with it and breathe. Do not run to a screen. When loneliness hits, message one person in your tight circle, or pour it into your journal, or channel it into your training and work. When the quitting voice hits, return to your written commitment. Remember the end date. You can always go back to normal then, but you will not want to. Chapter 6. Handling social pressure and explaining yourself. People are used to your old self. They are used to you being instantly available, always down to hang out, always online. When you change that, you will get pushback. Why are you being weird? Why are you ignoring us? You have changed. They are right, you are changing, that is the point. You do not owe anyone your entire protocol. You do not need them to approve your monk mode to follow it, but you can set boundaries without drama. Simple responses. I am on a 90-day focus sprint. I will be less available, but it is nothing personal. I am working on some things and cutting my screen time way down. Let us catch up in a few weeks. I am taking a season to get my life tight. Appreciate you understanding. The people who genuinely care about you will either respect it or at least tolerate it. The people who only valued you as a distraction will take it personally. Let them. Their reaction is not your responsibility. Remember, you are not doing monk mode to impress anyone. You are doing it so that when you show up later, you show up as someone who built something. Chapter 7. The Midway Slump and How to Survive It. Around day 30-45, something happens to almost everyone. The initial motivation is gone. The excitement of starting has faded. The results are not fully visible yet. You are deep in the tunnel and the end looks far away. This is the danger zone. Your brain will try new tricks, questioning the entire point, comparing your progress to unrealistic fantasies, highlighting every slip as proof you are not changing. This is exactly where most people drop out. They misinterpret this phase as failure instead of as a normal part of transformation. Here is how you survive the slump. 1. Zoom out. Look at where you would be if you had not started at all. Are you waking earlier, moving more, consuming less trash, doing more focused work? That is progress. 2. Simplify. If your protocol has become overly complicated, strip it back to the essentials. Train. Deep work. Input control. Sleep. Journal. Do those. Forget the extra rules until momentum returns. 3. Double down on tracking. Use your calendar or tracker. Count your streaks. See the chain of days where you showed up. Do not break the chain lightly. 4. Talk to one person who gets it. Not to complain, but to be reminded why you started. This is why having even one ally on a similar path matters. Most of all, understand this. The slump is not a sign to stop. It is the price of being serious. When you push through it once, you become someone who knows how to keep going after the excitement dies. That is rare. That is power. Chapter 8. The last 10 days preparing to return. As you approach the end of your 90 days, you will feel two things: pride and momentum. Fear of losing it. You have built new rhythms. You feel different in your body. Your mind is quieter. Your work output is higher. You are starting to respect yourself more. And a part of you is terrified that once monk mode ends, you will slide right back to where you were. Here is how you prevent that. 1. Decide what stays permanent. Not every rule needs to last forever, but some should. Ask yourself, which habits have changed me the most? Daily movement. Deep work blocks. Reduced social media. Earlier sleep. These are candidates for permanent lifestyle upgrades. Do not go back to zero. 2. Set post-monk boundaries. Before monk mode ends, decide how much social media you will allow long-term. How many social events per week you will say yes to. How much non-essential screen time is acceptable. If you do not decide this in advance, the world will decide for you. 3. Plan a controlled reentry. In the last days, you can slowly reintroduce some things on your terms. For example, add one social meetup with people you genuinely value. Watch one movie intentionally, not as background noise. Have one free evening, but end it with your usual night routine. Test yourself. See if you can enjoy these things without falling into the old patterns. If you cannot yet pull back again, you are still in charge. Chapter 9. Who you become. When you step out of monk mode, the world will look the same. Same apps, same people, same chaos. But you will not be the same. You will have proof that you can stick to something hard for longer than a week. A body that remembers what discipline feels like. A brain that is less hooked on instant hits. Tangible progress on a project or skill that used to be an idea. A quieter relationship with your own thoughts. More importantly, your self-image will have shifted. You will no longer fully believe the story "I cannot change." You spent 90 days being the opposite of that story. Your brain cannot unsee it. You will also see the world differently. The noise will look louder. The distractions will look cheaper. The way most people live will look less appealing because you have tasted what it feels like to live with intention. You will not be perfect. You will still slip. You will still waste time sometimes. But the difference is you will know exactly how to pull yourself back. You will have a protocol you can always return to. Monk mode is not a one-time stunt. It is a tool, a reset button you can press whenever your life gets too noisy again. You now know what it feels like to disappear and rebuild. You can do it again. Closing, you owe yourself one season. 90 days is a season. One season of less noise, less approval seeking, less consumption. One season of more building, more discipline, more presence. You have given years of your life to distraction without thinking. You can give 90 days to your own transformation on purpose. You do not need permission. You do not need the perfect plan. You do not need to feel ready. You need a decision. This is that decision. From date to date, I am in monk mode. I cut what weakens me. I double what strengthens me. I live like my future depends on it, because it does. You have tried doing it the comfortable way. You have tried half committing. You have tried waiting until you feel like it. Now you try something else. You vanish from the nonsense. You build in the dark. You come back as the person you were supposed to be. The monk mode protocol is not magic. It is you without your excuses. Give yourself one season. Then see who is waiting for you on the other side.